So, does anybody want to tell me why we're outside shooting? What do you mean it's for the review? It comes at night. That's what she said. Eh? Eh? Okay, I make jokes when I'm uncomfortable. Can we go back inside? Roll the intro. Welcome to Trill Theater with your host, B-Shack, aka Damn. And today, we have It Comes at Night, the latest apocalyptic thriller that drops this weekend. Now, I'm unfamiliar with how much you've seen of the trailers or the knowledge you have about the movie, but I will try to keep this as a spoiler-free review as much as I can while still being able to review the movie fully. Again, if this is your first time here, feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff people normally say on YouTube. You can do all that down below the video if you want to. Without further ado, on to the review. Now, It Comes at Night is basically a story about a family of three in the wilderness, secluded while an outbreak of sort is happening in the world surround them. Now, it's not told to what extent the outbreak is reached. Is it regional? Is it nationwide? Is it global? Nothing is given in that space. But we do know that for some reason there's an epidemic that's happening, and this family has decided to seclude themselves in the wilderness and to protect themselves and be further away from civilization. Now, what I will say first is what I did enjoy about the movie. I did enjoy the acting. I thought the teenage son, I don't know what his name was, or the actor, but I believe that his role was probably the standout role of the film. You got to see what it was like to be a young adult teenager who is trying to take in everything that's happening around him while still trying to maintain everything that made him human. Also trying to still, I guess, be safe in this new world that's happening around him. The father role was that of what you expect, someone who's trying to protect, in the same sense that they're trying to protect, they're losing their morality. And the mother is basically trying to support both characters, support their father's mission to protect the family and provide for the family, as well as keep the son in his moral compass and let him still be him. And that's a very difficult role for a mother to be at, especially in this turmoil that's happening around them, or isn't happening around them. And that's where my issue with the movie is. Now, it could be partly my fault. I think the trailer led me to believe that this is going to be a horror movie, which it isn't. It's more of a thriller with a question mark. There's nothing in there that really is of the horror essence. The trailer makes you think that you're about to see a horror movie that's going to be on the line of something that is going to be, maybe it's going to be a lot of angst. You can see that is a lot of angst, and by the way, to describe paranoia and all these like human emotions, you understand that you're getting something that's going to be a lot of deep delving inside, but you also feel like there's going to be a horror aspect, which I saw none. I feel like there was a lot of moments that were very intense, but the intense moments never had a payout. It was always empty. It left me with what I would like to call theatrical blue balls, because every time you thought something was going to happen that would have a payout, that would be like something in the intensity would kick up. You're like, oh, something's going to happen. Nothing. And that was my major problem with the movie. I felt a lot of times, and again, there could have been my own expectations going into it that led me to be disappointed, but a lot of times I thought that something was going to happen either between the characters, intensity would rise, and nothing would happen. Certain things would happen outside the home, intensity would rise, and nothing would happen. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? And I get it. It's basically a story of human angst and dealing with this apocalyptic idea and how we all turn into some kind of version of ourselves of either protecting or still trying to maintain our morality, and become this. And I guess that's what the title itself is. It Comes at Night isn't about some monster or some thing that comes out of the forest at nighttime. It's about what we become as humans as the darkest moments of our lives happen, or the darkest points of human nature happen. What we become, it comes at night. So, I get it. Our A24 as a studio loves to do artistic things. I feel like the writer watched the episode of Walking Dead and said, hey, I like the idea of Walking Dead, but what can we do? Can we just take all the zombies out of it and then kind of just make it about the human angst of it all? And if that doesn't sound appetizing to you or doesn't sound interesting, this movie's not for you. If you like a movie that has exposition and narration and let you know what's happening and why is this happening and any insight into the storyline itself, that's not in this movie, so this movie would not be for you. If you like a movie that is a little bit more fast-paced, where you're going to see some action and it's going to keep you on the edge of your seats, and this movie's not for you. Now, if you're a person that's willing to sit through an hour and a half, hour 20 minutes of humans being humans and watching people deal with the fear of the world crumbling around them, trying to protect their family, all that, this, that, and the third, then perhaps you will enjoy this movie. Again, I'm not turning anyone away from it. I just want you to go in with expectations unlike what I had, because this is not your zombie horror flick. This is not a horror movie. This is a human nature movie of how we as humans deal with things all differently. And if you've ever watched a zombie movie, you may have daydreamed or imagined what you would become in a situation if you were presented with a zombie apocalypse, how you would behave. And I think this is what the movie is basically doing, kind of just playing up on how we all become versions of ourselves in this and some people try to keep their humanity, some try to keep their morality, some say throw caution to the wind and become a different person completely. And I think that's what the movie was basically doing. But I would like to see at least one zombie. I mean, at least give me something that lets me know what they're afraid of. You didn't get that. You never got what was actually happening, and I felt a lot of times confused on it. I felt confused about the layout of the house, which had me confused. I got confused about the dreamscapes the son had, because it wasn't a warning of a dream. It would just be a dream, and you would be like, oh, okay, then something wild would happen, like, oh, it's a dream. Okay, whew. Okay, that was weird that they just kind of threw that in there, but that's fine, whatever. I was confused by the ending, but I saw the ending coming about 45 minutes in. I was like, you know what? I feel like this is going to be one of those Soprano season finale endings where it's just going to black screen and that's going to be it. And I was right. Hate to break it to you, but it just ends abruptly. And to the collective theater sound, I could hear the groans audibly in my theater. Like everyone just like, ugh. And I guess, again, if that's something that interests you, by all means, check out. It comes at night this weekend. You may enjoy it. But do not go into this movie thinking you're about to see a horror movie, because it's not. It's just a human angst film about emotions and all that other good stuff. That's pretty much all I can give you without giving out spoilers. So, but as always, feel free to leave a comment. Do you disagree with my review on it? Did you love it? Did you agree with me? Did you hate it? I did not hate it. I didn't love it. When you asked me did I like it, I was like, I liked the acting. I thought the acting was great. I thought the way they portrayed each person in there, again, like I said, it might have been just my own whole held back some of my expectations going into it that kind of just took me away from the movie, because it was just a lot of confusion and a lot of I don't know. Again, the intensity with no payout just sucks for me. Like I don't want to get this like whole, like when a climax is happening and there's nothing. You're like, wait, okay, something should have happened with that. But hey, they could at least threw me in there. I'd have been happy to be a zombie. A24, holla at me if you do like a sequel. I can be one zombie. At least though, one zombie just walking through the woods. He could be lost. You could shoot him in the head, something. But I don't know. And you can always connect with me on my Twitter, which is DAMNlookatHIM. My Snapchat, which is DAMNlookatHIM. Facebook is Damn Look at Him TV, and Instagram is Damn Look at Him as well. Always here to vibe out with you guys. And as always, be kind to one another and be easy. Peace. I see you at the movies.